Alright, so first off, I want to apologize because this is going to be a kind of long video. A. B, I also want to say that it's probably going to be the last really emotional episode of Tales of the Hunt that I do for a while because, I don't know, kind of over having emotions over games that aren't really emotional. So, I need to talk about Call of Duty because Call of Duty is a kind of, when it comes to like storytelling and nuance and making you feel things, kind of a shit series for all of that. I'm aware, but I didn't have a lot of friends back in middle school, and when I was in middle school, I got expelled from one school, and I ended up not really having anyone for a while. So when I did go to my new school, I'm being like, you know what, new school, new me, gonna change things up. I met a group of friends, and we were absolutely obsessed with Modern Warfare 2. But Raven, this isn't Modern Warfare 2, this is Black Ops. Stop interrupting and I'll get there. So Modern Warfare 2 was the game we were absolutely obsessed with, and it was something that I felt like I re-entered the gaming community. I'd stopped playing games for the most part. I made friends that really wanted to play these games and really wanted to be a part of all of it. And I got a group back. I got friends back, and I felt like it was somewhere I belonged. But it wasn't. Modern Warfare 2 wasn't the game that I owned. It was a game that I went to my friend's house and I played. And we'd play Rust. Things got settled on Rust. You know what I'm talking about. So we played Rust. I ended up playing a lot of Quarry. I'd go Command Pro and I'd be like, fuck yeah. And it was bloody awesome. It was one of the earliest memories of just, hanging out with a bunch of friends and just playing. It was Modern Warfare 2 and Super Smash Bros. Melee were like two games that forced me to socialize and meet people in the real world while playing games, and I absolutely loved it. But when Black Ops came out, it was my first chance, my first opportunity to be like, this game's mine. Modern Warfare made me re-enter the gaming community, and the first-person shooting genre. It was like going into a world that was not mine. It was like becoming a visitor. But with Black Ops, that shit was mine. And the same friends that I played with, we played a lot of Modern Warfare. And we didn't play as much Black Ops, just because at that point we had gone, where not everyone was still into it. But I was absolutely in love with the zombies mode of Black Ops, to the point where I would play for hours on end, over and over and over again, and I was fully in love with the Black Ops Nazi zombies mode. Nocta on Toten, Theater of the Dead was one of my favorite maps to ever get made. It was a map that for a long time I could not understand for the life of me how it moved, how it functioned, how really any of the mechanics of zombies worked, just because of how different it was from the main game and the main everything. But it was something that I felt deeply in love with. It was something that, I wanted to keep playing. I wanted to learn how to get better, and I wanted to keep doing things in regards to Black Ops Zombies. It was a game mode that I learned that, not only is this awesome, it's something that I can learn to be better thanks to YouTube. So that's what I started doing. I started watching these videos, learning tips and tricks from people who I thought were pros at the game. People who were making videos and showing that they loved their shit as well. I'm talking about guys like Rad Austin 27. I'm talking about guys like Lonely Mailbox, Waffle Waffles, and all these other zombie YouTubers who made this game their own in a way. And watching them and kind of like seeing what they were doing and seeing all the things and all the stories that they were telling and adding how they were decrypting things. And keep in mind, I was in middle school and these guys were just in high school. Not that much older than me in hindsight, but for me, they would seem to be so much older, so much wiser, so much everything more. And I realized after a while that they were doing what I wanted to do. They had found something they had fallen in love with, and they made it theirs. Not only had they made it theirs, but they were connecting with people all around the world. When I was sad and lonely in middle school, because of all the shit that was going on in middle school, like, you know, middle schoolers do, they were the ones I went to. I went to YouTube. I went and I found these guys just doing their best and enjoying and loving this thing loving this thing so much, and telling other people about this thing that they loved. It was something that I could not explain. For the life of me, I could not explain. And while it's nowadays, YouTube isn't quite the same. There's too much money in it. There's too much this and that. And there's too much everything in it at this point. Back then, it wasn't like that. Back then, it was really just a bunch of people loving stuff and using their love to talk to people and meet people. And that still happens nowadays, but not nearly on the scale that it happens. But that's when I realized I wanted to become a YouTuber. I wanted to meet people and be there for people, like these zombie YouTubers were for me. Not because they knew what they were doing and not because the quality was oh so amazing, but because they were just there and they were being people for people. It's something that as I continued to play and as I continued to watch, is something that I realized during one summer. I think it was the summer I was going to high school. I called up my buddy from Pennsylvania where I was staying at the time, and I was like, look, we gotta do this. We gotta do this YouTube thing. And not only do we gotta do it, we gotta do it right. Like, it could take $100 to get started. I had no idea how wrong I was at the time. But we both love zombies. We both love zombies. We both played Call of the Dead into the bloody ground. And it was something that, not only that did we think we were good at it, but we thought we could make it big. And while we did want to make content and make videos and do that kind of stuff, that wasn't the only reason why we wanted to do it. It was something that we genuinely just kind of wanted to do. And I remember having this conversation, like, we can be what we needed. And, like, after all, these dorks did it. These zombie-loving dorks did it. Why can't we? And it was something that, after this conversation, I was like, okay, I don't care how. I don't know how. But I'm gonna fucking do this shit. And it took me about 4 more years to finally get the equipment, the know-how to have to do this. Because let's be honest, I have a lot to learn still. And I have a lot more to do and grow and all this shit. But to get started, it took us 4 years. And now, 4 years later, and a bunch of video, and over 3,000 videos later, we're making it. We're doing it. Is it as pretty? Is it as robust as we thought? No. But we're doing it. And this game was the start of all of that. And that's why this is the one that made me into a YouTuber. And this is why I will always love this game. But why am I talking about it now? Well, it was Platinum number 50. I wanted to make Platinum number 50 something special. I wanted to make Platinum number 50 something that, above all other games, it was going to be not only remembered, but revered in my collection. I did the same thing with Platinum number 25, with that being Injustice 2. Link in the description for that video down below, because I have to do the YouTube things. But I got to the point where I was like, okay, this game, because it didn't mean to, but it ultimately did change my life. So for number 50, I can't imagine doing another game besides this one. So, in 2018, I decided, fuck it, we're going back to Black Ops. Black Ops 4 had just released, and we fucking nailed it. I'm not sure if it just released or was upcoming, but it was coming close to the wire. And you know, we did it. So now let's talk about tips. Like every other Call of Duty game, each mission has a trophy that you can do, pick up some extra grind. Each mission is a trophy you can do for more trophies, and each mission is gonna have a set of collectibles that you have to go pick up. And Black Ops are probably the easiest ones you can do. Go ahead and find these golden radio towers, which I haven't seen any yet, but I'm not really looking for them. But they're big, they're obvious, and they're right there for the taking. Just taking a little bit of extra time to explore, and you should find them. Playing through the game on normal difficulty would get you most of the trophies. Playing it through again on veteran difficulty would get you the rest of them. And nothing is really too hard. All date night, which you get for watching a video with a friend or someone on your friends list, is probably the one trophy that I can't give any tips to. Back when I decided to go for Black Ops, I had met up with a partner whose name that I forgot because I'm a horrible human being, and we started talking about doing some of the zombies trophies, the remaining zombies trophies, Sacrificial Lamb, and the ballistic knife trophy. And we ended up doing those together as a champ, just kind of rushing through it, knocking them out of the park, pretty much in the same zombie sit down. And as we were talking, he was like, you know what, I can get you. He set up a lobby, I joined him, and he just started playing one of the clips that he had saved. It was honestly something that I didn't expect him to do, and something really sweet that I couldn't be happier that he ended up doing for me. As I had pretty much no idea how to even start that trophy, let alone go for it. But he was a saint, and he picked it up for me. Hands off the merchandise. Another trophy I want to talk about really quickly is hands off the merchandise. It is the trophy you're going to get for killing the Pentagon thief before he can jack your shit. And there actually is a really easy way of doing this trophy. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and go into a match by yourself. Get quick revive. Stay up and running around until the Pentagon thief can come get you. Get spawned into the game. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to down yourself right before he spawns in. Hold a grenade until you die, and then you should kill yourself. This will get you the spawn. This will get you down with Mustang and Sally. And pretty much once he spawns in, you're going to shoot the ever-living shit out of him. Best way of doing this that I recommend is doing it down by the stairs, where he, down in the main war room, down by the stairs where he'll spawn in, climb the staircase, and stop on the landing if you're in the right spot. If you're not on the right spot, he'll pretty much just run around the circle. Not what you want. Go to that, get him on the landing, and then completely offload in that dude until he dies, and you pop the trophy, making it not that hard. Getting 4 kills with the grenade is going to be done actually right here. Pretty much what we're going to do is just kind of do what I did. Hold the grenades, chuck them in until you can pop the trophy. Keep doing that on repeat until the trophy actually pops. I have no idea how I actually managed to do it. I just ended up throwing things in about this area, catching this red barrel that was here. I'm not sure if it's still there. Nope, it got blown up. And just moving on in this area until it pops. I'm trying to think of any other trophies. Everything else is pretty simple, pretty standard Call of Duty stuff that you guys can do on your own, without a guide, or with a guide if you need one. PSN Profiles has a bunch of guides for the mission intels. That's pretty much it. I don't really have a lot more guides to do. Each one of them is just simple miscellaneous type trophy stuff. But oh, look at that. The video wasn't even that long. I thought it would be way longer. I am extremely proud of this trophy. Oh, Lightfoot. Fuck that trophy. So there's a trophy that you have to do. Totally forgot about this one for a second. That you have to get off the Russian ship with 2 minutes 15 seconds left on the clock on veteran's difficulty. This one fucking sucks. What you can do is that before setting the bomb, kill everyone in the room. That's gonna make the trophy way easier than if you don't, because this trophy is gonna require you to pretty much just hoof it. And when you're on veteran difficulty, you really can't hoof it. All right. So kill everyone before you set the bomb. Just blow it up. Shoot the support beam that you need to as you're running to it. Don't stop. Just shoot it as you keep on running. Hit it up, and you. I'm gonna die. And that should be fine. Once you get up the staircase, there's gonna be one enemy. Shoot him in the face as you run past him. Again, don't stop. And then that should put you in a pretty decent position and give you a checkpoint. If you don't have enough time to do it from here, you're unfortunately going to have to restart the entire mission all over again. It's a huge pain in the ass, but it is the only way to kind of do it. Being as this, once the checkpoint spawns in, there really is no other way of setting up a personal one or any way of doing anything like that. And I wish there was, but there's not. So if you fuck up the last scene checkpoint, you're just gonna have to redo the mission on that and over and over and over again. I ended up having to do that 3 times. So trust me when I say I know it sucks, but there's just no way around it. That actually was my last trophy that I had to do, so you'll get it eventually. When you're on the final leg, on the final run, there's one enemy on the top of the staircase to your left, which you have to be mindful of. He will pretty much one-shot you every time if you're not careful. But again, knowing that he's there and just being capable and surefire shots with your bullets, you should be fine. Does still suck that he's there though. So that's pretty much all I have for that. Don't really have a lot to say, unfortunately, when it comes to the other trophies. More of just being aware, shooting down the birdies with the rocket launcher on the final mission is pretty easy. Wait for them to get together and then shoot for the one in the back. You should be fine. But now I'm going to show you what the platinum trophy looks like, and I will see you guys very soon. Alright, give me a second. So this is what your platinum trophy looks like. It's nothing too flashy. I wish they did something a little bit more, but it's Call of Duty. Most of the platinum trophies end up just being a picture of a trophy anyway, so I'm not surprised, not even disappointed, just meh. Just meh to meh. Now this one is too personal for me to give it anything less than be proud of it, but I am proud of it. So go shout it from the rooftops if you got this one. So few people actually have this platinum trophy. Even less of it are going for it now. So go for it, brag about it, all that shit. Just, I love this game. All these PS3 games I have so much love for. They're so nostalgic for me. I'm hella biased. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop that with the next PS3 game because I won't have to go back 6 years of memory to do it. Yeah, that's fair. So, thanks for watching. If there's another platinum trophy you think I should be going for, let me know in the comment section down below. And, yeah, if there's a game you want me to platinum and talk about, let me know. I'll look at it. Give it a swing.